Hey, good morning, guys. I was up early this morning. It was still dark. Yep. So I went up here and had to get fuel, but the Blue Beacon was down the road about 15 miles or so. So after I got fuel, I drove on down here to Blue Beacon and get me a truck wash this morning. Yeah, driving up here in Pennsylvania and New York and the roads, and my truck was getting a little dirty, and I was out in some dirt lots, and man, just tracking dirt up all over the truck and stuff. It was pretty rough. Then I picked up a trailer it was just absolutely salt covered. So I thought I'd get things looking nice, and it's always good to have a nice clean vehicle when you drive down the road. So we're gonna let this old boy get out of the way, and then it'll be my turn to pull in there. All right, be right back. All right, it's my turn to pull in here. That beeping noise you catch because I don't have my seatbelt on. This reminded me. Hey, put your seatbelt on, boy. Anyway, so it looks like I'm on a flat line here. This old boy directed me down here to the end of the building. They're going to close the doors and keep me in here. They don't want me to escape. Anyway, there's only two guys working this morning. Normally there's 4 or 5 guys out here working, but it's very early in the morning and not a lot of traffic, and the roads have been pretty nasty, so there's probably not a lot of people pulling through. But this truck is in such bad shape, and the trailer both, that I want to get both of them taken care of. So, all right, that's what I'm doing. All right, be right back. I'll tell you, these guys come in here and they do a real good job of suggested selling, trying to get a few more dollars out of you. Depending on where you go, it's either $70 or $77 to get a truck and trailer washed here. So the company pays for a basic wash, and that's all I get. So I've got a couple of choices on it. They can use brightener on it, or they can take a brush to the paint. Well, since I've got a brand new truck, I just get the brightener put on there and don't worry about the brush to the paint unless things just get really bad. So, hey, I want to tell you about the rest of my day. What I've done here, I've driven out of New York into Pennsylvania and across to Ohio, and man, things changed when I got off of 70. Got on to 71. I'll tell you all about that. Hang on just a minute. Well, as y'all can see, I made it home just fine after that trip. But let me tell you about it. I run down 90 and out of New York, Pennsylvania, into Ohio. We get to Cleveland. I hit 271, started going south. Well, along Lake Erie there, had lake effect snow. It was real light and dusty. When I got the truck washed, there had been no snow at all, no precipitation. And then I'd driven about 5 miles down the road, and all of a sudden I started seeing snowflakes. Thought, oh no, this can't be good. So the further I drove west, the more snow I got. So when I got over 271 there at Cleveland, instead of headed down south and got on 71, things got pretty dicey. I got up into probably about as much as 6 inches of snow at one time. There's a lot of hills. There's some long bridges over there. And if you remember about winter driving and you go across the bridge, you just let off the fuel so you don't fishtail, things like that. Well, this was a real long bridge, so I had to keep a foot on the fuel just a little bit. And the traction control kicked in, and I was thankful to have that on the truck, and made it safely. Had to stop and clean the windshield wipers off a few times because of the snow. And it's a little unusual. I usually don't have to do that, but in this situation I did. So you just stay safe and do things that are right and sensible, and you can get where you're going. Just take your time. So I slowed down to about 35 miles an hour from time to time when things got really rough. But it was a good trip. I got to my destination down at Xenia there, and made my drop. And the funny thing was, our trailers, as you can see, are black, but we do rent some trailers because we just don't have enough, and they're white. And so I'm driving around the building, I'm looking for a black trailer. I called into the office and said, "Hey, we don't have any trailers here." I said, "Really? You're supposed to have one." "Yeah, I know." So I looked in my mirror, and in the front of the trailer sitting next to me, in small letters, it said Garner Trucking. And getting my dispatch said, "Yeah, those white trailers will get you every time." So I was able to pick up a trailer and head back to drop it off to my buddy over there at AutoZone, and he picked it up the next day, and off he went to do his job. So I'm going to be at home for a few days, and I've got some errands to run tomorrow, and I will show you what those are. and some things I got to do just to keep driving. It's called the DOT physical. So I'll update you on that tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I hope y'all had a great day. Enjoy this. I know it wasn't much driving, a lot of blue beacon, but they're just when you're driving out there and the roads are slick and it's just not safe to be doing videos and talking at those things. I've got to pay attention to what I'm doing, so that's why we're going to have a lot of videos. But anyway, y'all take care, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you down the road. Bye.